video on the line.
People. And I said, I hate the question because I don't think about it. Because all it's going to do is make you a nervous wreck. Now, Claudia and Brian, when they get up in front of ACN, they know what they're doing. They're performers. Actually, they're great performers. They're not even thinking about it. Thank you very much. Thank you. Sit down, everybody. Okay, here's the story. We have a men's team and a women's team, and what I want you to do is pick the presentation that you like better for the ACN video phone. And you're going to vote at the end. And you're going to determine which team wins and which team loses. And then I'm going to take the team that loses and fire the ass off somebody. Okay? Have a good time, everybody. Thank you.
Live from the ballroom capital, Joan Rivers!
Hello, everybody. Wonderful to be here. Fabulous, fabulous, fabulous. I am privileged to stand here today and say thank you to ACN for their new Iris 3000 video phone. It is so terrific. And it's a great phone. It's easy. It's terrific. And we're going to show you what real people think about it. So watch this first vignette. Real people with a real wonderful video phone at last. Come here, baby. Daddy, let's go home, Daddy.
First vignette was baby steps and had a pre-tape to make it a little bit easier.
Daddy, let's go home, Daddy.
Showed a regular mom playing at home with the baby and wanting to share baby's kind of first steps with the dad that was, out of town and busy. Hi, say hi. It was cute. The baby kind of messing up the phone.
Why? I gotta go.
Okay, isn't that nice? Wesley finds out it's not his kid, but nonetheless, that'll be another phone call to the big video.
Joan Rivers, she's a true professional. If our team wins, I owe a lot to Joan Rivers.
It has truly changed my life. Let me just tell you, I am so non-techy. But now, because of you, now I can never ever again have to go to the gynecologist. You know how wonderful that is? He can examine me over the damn phone. I mean, this is fabulous. And seriously, let me tell you, I am so thrilled from now on when I speak to people, they can see my face. I have spent $150,000 on this face. But you know something? Even if you've spent nothing on your face, there's always someone that wants to see that face. Watch this.
I love Joan. She's rad. But, that presentation, you need to get people's attention. I just don't see it happening.
Hi, sweetheart. I need to talk to you right now. So I've got a car downstairs for you, and I need you to get in it and go wherever it takes you.
We had a really dramatic scene with Brandy getting a message from her boyfriend. It's like, I need to see you right now, and she's not knowing if it's good or bad. The video ended with her being right in the audience.
Hi! Surprise, sweetheart.
What is going on?
I don't want to spend another minute without you. This is a shock, and this isn't exactly how I planned it originally, but I figured it's the perfect time. Will you make me the happiest man in the world? Be my wife?
Yes. Yes.
When our actor went to propose to Brandy, I heard the audience erupt. And the reaction was all I needed to see to know that we nailed this thing.
Congratulations! Oh, it's so fabulous! A Greek philosopher once said that one picture is worth 1,000 words. Well now, thanks to the new Iris 3000, that picture is worth 1,000,000 words. Come on up, everybody!
boys could do to beat that? What are they going to pull out of their ass that's going to beat Joan Rivers? I know Melissa's going to probably take all the credit for the success of this. She was good with managing the time, the vision, none of that stuff. Any of that stuff? Not her. It was her.
Coming up.
Y'all ready to get down? Put your hands in the air. Come on, now.
I'm not sure if dancing around and going like this at the phone is selling the product.
And later.
I heard Brian didn't want to use you at all. Why? It was my decision not to involve. If you lost, should I fire you?
We have a 10-minute presentation to give to almost 500 sales associates. So we do our objective, which is to, give a demonstration of the product, get them excited about it. I need the black light. Okay, here we go.
Absolutely an advantage of going second. When you go second, you're the last impression. It's always best to close the show.
Hey! Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Clint Black. Welcome to a very special event. The ACN Videophone is bringing our worlds together.
To me, to serve in the military is to express my patriotism for my country and how proud I am to be an American. This product will allow me to not only hear my family and friends, but also see them up close and personal.
Hi, baby.
I think the video looks pretty good. I think for less than 24 hours to crank out something like that and edit it, got it done. And I think it's cool. I'll talk to you later. I love you. My name is Cadet Captain Rich Drew. I'm from Brooksville, Maryland.
Alright, keep it going, everybody. Come on and help me welcome to the stage Mr. Brian McKnight. Are you ready for the future? Are you ready for the future?
This is what I do. I get on stage every night, so I'm going to get up to be Brian McKnight today for the first time since I've been here.
Are y'all ready to get down? Come on! Every time you close, it's like I'm burning inside. Every time you it's like you turn my soul on fire.
I was in the crowd during the presentation with the audience, and I tell you, I think they thoroughly enjoyed it because they got into it right away.
Baby, you're the one I want. Baby, you're the one I need. Baby, it's all I've been waiting for sure. I'ma give you all my life.
It's a pipe song. I've never bought a Brian McKnight album, but that was pretty awesome. I think Brian hit it out of the park today. Up there on stage, pumping that crowd up, and how can you not like that?
When you're loving me,
My point of view, I think Brian thinks this is an opportunity to sell records. Sell records and make him shine now. This is what I think. I got nothing to do with this one. I mean, Brian think that he's, Quincy Jones, so he knocked himself out.
when you're loving me. Everybody, come on now, put your hands in the air. Come on now. Yeah, everybody now.
incredible concert.
I think our show had more emotion and more heart and was real. I'm not sure if dancing around and going like this at the phone is selling the product.
Do I get to do? Think you can give your vote on this one.
We pumped them up for their company so much that they chanted their company's, 3 letters.
Yeah.
That's pretty good, I think.
Boys have some involved in it, don't they?
The second one has excitement music. Yeah, at the beginning of it was really cool. I really like that part.
I think if they took Joan's presentation and instead of the stage vignettes, put in the real video from the other one, it would make hers look more professional, and then hers would have been like perfect. To be a tough choice.
Think you won?
I certainly hope so, especially today.
Why do you think you won?
Well, I feel like the point was made that it was important to evoke some kind of emotion, and I feel like we did that in our presentation.
Brian, how do you think your team did? I thought we did great. You think you won?
I think
You're pretty sure you've been getting trounced, right, by the women?
we have. We've gotten asked him to us every time, but I think this time.
What does that mean?
Well, there was something that happened yesterday morning with Dennis and Clint. I'm not sure what it was.
Clint?
I tried to reach out an olive branch to Dennis and just be playful and have fun and let him know that I'm not, taking that stuff seriously. Whatever he had going on toward me wasn't going to stick with me and make any difference on how it's going to work.
Did you and Dennis bond a little bit?
I think Dennis and I are going to hit the gay bars again.
I'm not sure about this. Dennis, how did you get along with Clint?
No, he's after this, he's gonna be friends no matter what, brother.
How did you get along with Brian?
You don't, Brian, you don't.
I heard you didn't get along with Brian. Oh, I heard Brian didn't want to use you at all.
Why?
Why didn't you want to use Dennis?
Once Dennis got confrontational with Clint yesterday morning, we don't have enough people to have a babysitter.
Porque quiero que veas la serie. No verlo. Es normal. Si supieras que es la serie más normal, porque es nada más por romance. No hay monstruos. La chama tiene una vida normal. La vida que todo el mundo desearía. Está en la universidad. Ella se consigue casar con él y tienen una hija. Hablan de su luna de miel. De la primera vez que tienen relaciones, de lo que iba a ver por su cumpleaños.
What was the origin of that?
Tienes que verla,
What
no sé si te vaya a gustar.
you do to Dennis or vice versa? Dennis will
Que
have to
con
explain it
monstruos, que
because
tengo
I
salir
was...
Dennis,
raro.
explain it. What happened? It was nothing.
It's like I said, I have a hateful bone in my body. You know me well as
¿Te gustaría
anybody.
verlo? Sí,
No,
yo creo.
I never fought anybody in the NBA. Never. I never laid a hand on anybody in the NBA.
Igual yo quiero
And
una
guess what? I
chiquita.
get along with people very,
¿Qué hace
very
con
well.
esta?
I think my record shows that.
Quedó bien buena.
Mr. Blaine.
Good question.
¿Sabes qué estaba?
Yeah.
Estaba
It's,
limpio.
I don't have a great answer, but
Estaba limpio, es más, estaba todo mal.
I think that,
Go ahead, Dennis. If you have a great
No
answer.
huele a pescado, huele a mantequilla con maíz.
Dennis?
If we lost this whole task, you know what? Everyone's gonna see that.
¿No acuerdas que se había
Guess
contigo?
what? I wasn't involved.
No. You are such a persecution. Nobody's pointing at you. I just asked a question. Clint, let's go back to Clint.
all right,
Who's to blame?
I think that Brian really took command of where this presentation was going. He delegated.
For better or worse.
For better or worse, he delegated.
Okay, so you blame Brian as well as give him credit.
I don't think I would blame Brian. I think that Brian would take responsibility for the
Retiré una parte de ella y voy a retirar la otra.
If you lost, should I fire you?
Absolutely.
Not Dennis because he was a little bit.
It was my decision.
¿Y la Renata?
Okay. It's great, but obviously you think you won, so you're not worried about it. Herschel, what do you think of the team?
Well, I let the team came together. You know, I've seen guys.
You know, you may be the only one that can take Dennis in a fight. You know that, Herschel.
Well, I mean, I know the word about it.
I don't know. You're a pretty tough cookie. I don't know. Jesse's looking at it. What do you think? Jesse, what do you think? You think you can handle it? I know his weak spot. Okay, who's the star of your team today?
Joan Rivers.
You think?
She was around for much of the videos and brainstorming, but she just got it immediately. And I haven't worried about it.
And I heard Melissa was very strong and talented in many ways also.
Well, she has experience in this field, so you know, she has to start getting this one thing.
Was she fully utilized in the right capacity? I mean, given that's what she does for a living?
I think she was.
Melissa, what do you have to say?
Utilized in that capacity. I have 15 years of experience doing this, and it's not to anyone hide it, but sometimes you have to say, you knew what you're doing, you organize it, you go, and you oversee everything.
Annie, what do you think?
It was total chaos. Definitely the most chaotic task that we've done.
If you lose, who's Walters?
Given how incredibly chaotic the room was, I would have to say that in this case would be the project.
Expect this because the way I thought to make this be more harmonious, which I think is important for a team that's like we've been winning, it's helping it good.
So what was your biggest problem?
Melissa. And I feel like there's two ways of looking at it. You can look at Melissa and say she's a good leader, or you look at Melissa and say, you know what, she was out of balance. Because when
did I not come back in immediately and say to you, I have been out of bounds, I am sorry, as if you are my executive producer, and I will do everything you ask me to do 100%. I completely rolled over and said,
just like when we were trying to get things done, it's this kind of, you know, jumping in, not letting you in.
She's a strong person.
She is.
She comes from a
She is, and I give
She's a weak child, don't you think?
Yeah.
So go ahead.
I feel like every time I need to tell her something else, you cannot take criticism at all. You tell her something and it's like she's not even listening. She just goes off and she goes up and tells and
this is so full. I've got to, and it's not just my child. I am very honest. The weakest link in this group. Claudia is a mushy.
No, se le va a pasar a él.
She's not direct, she doesn't take home.
No, él no
she
tiene
doesn't
seis,
get
pero voy a
what's
subir.
important at the moment. And that's what Alita has. She's a very nice girl. She's mushy. She spent the whole day.
No disrespect to you. You weren't there yesterday.
I'm talking about Claudia, someone had to get the show on its feet. Let me Claudia, who called the show? Melissa. Who got the things going? Melissa. Who told everybody they have to take the time? Melissa. Who lined the show up and did it? Melissa. She became the stage manager.
She ran to Facebook.
I need for you to say something. That was the whole freaking show, basically.
God, this show was.
Dennis, do you believe this? I believe this. I do. Huh? We've seen it before. I've been waiting for it. I've been waiting for it.
I just want to say one
Sort of
thing.
fun, Dennis. I love it, baby. Natalie, do you think your team won? Because all of this doesn't
I
matter.
think we won. Can I just say that? I think
Why do you
we
think you
won.
won?
Because
Why?
I thought it was fantastic. I think that we got
You
everything.
didn't win. Your husband's going to be damn pissed off at you. Is that an actor?
Yes, I hired a cute boy to play my husband.
He gave you a pretty hard kiss though this time.
That's okay with me.
Your husband is not going to like what he saw. I saw those lips lock, and you look like you were enjoying it. Ivanka, what were some of the comments that were made about the teams?
Well, these are some of the comments from the sales force at ACN about the boys team that hot girls dancing with our video phones, enough said. Another comment was Brian McKnight, need I say more? And a third comment was second presentation rocked.
John, what do you hear?
The men were very entertaining, but they didn't focus enough on the product. They couldn't tell what the men were selling. Joan was funny, engaging, and several examples of the video in use. Not shocked at all. Another, Joan Rivers is awesome.
Okay. Are you ready?
Yes.
The people that watched you, large audience, voted almost 85% in favor of one team. So it wasn't even close. Wasn't even close. The men absolutely easily defeated the women. They were great. I watched the presentations. You were great, Brian. The whole team was terrific. So the men were really outstanding. And Brian, as you know, for your charity, what is your charity?
It's Youth Build USA. It's an agency in North Carolina that puts kids into group homes and foster care.
Well, that sounds great, and you're getting $20,000, okay? So go back to your suite at Trump Tower, enjoy it, and if you want, you can watch what's going to happen. Sadly, somebody's going to be fired.
En el final de temporada de Saturday Night Live, Justin Timberlake no se irá de tu casa.
You guys are still here.
Tampoco responderá preguntas.
The numbers were 386 to 61, Claudia. It's pretty big.
Horrible.
That's a big difference. You know, it's very tough on occasion when, like, it's so close and you really don't have a winner, but you have to pick a winner. This one wasn't close. And the men did a fantastic job. But with Clint and with Brian, I don't know, maybe they had an advantage, but they certainly were fantastic.
I thought exactly that with Clint and with Brian. You have two seasoned veteran performers who have now large-scale, multimedia performances before, and they just have that working knowledge out there.
They were great.
Well, director, baby.
They were at a gross disadvantage. I'm just saying. There's only 4 of us, so we got Brian McKnight.
So you surprised, Danny?
This morning I was 100% sure we were going to lose. But when I saw how great Joan was, I became much less sure and thought we actually had a chance to win. The thing is that as much as I didn't have much to do with the production, I felt that it was getting scattered because these vignettes I felt was just too much to get a focus, that they had lost the concept that it was a product launch at the end.
The vignettes were so cheesy.
All of the comments reinforced this idea that the vignettes were boring, but Joan was phenomenal.
Whose idea was it to do a vignette as opposed to a film like the men did?
We were all kind of on the same page about that.
Tion, do you take responsibility for this in that the 2 great singers on the men's team helped, and you're a great singer and you lost? Do you take any responsibility for this loss?
If it was about putting up a concert, of course I could have did that. I would have loved to. I thought it was more concentrating on the emotion.
I love your music, by the way, and I think your music is great. Well, why didn't you have Tion sing?
Because we thought the focus would be on kind of making something that people could relate to in the audience. So the vignettes were a reflection of that, like, maybe each and every person could take away something from it.
What did you think of that, Melissa?
I was so removed from the creative process, not by choice, and trying to be the good soldier that I stopped voicing opinions on the creative end of it and just tried to technically get something on its feet. And I got it moving, and I got the lights up, and I got everyone from point A to point B.
Honestly, the day started off so unorganized, but after Claudia and Melissa had their little dispute, Melissa really tried to watch her boundaries. And that's really hard for Melissa, who's been in this business for so long. Everyone was stressed out.
That's the lose then.
They were all happy, loving each other, and blah, blah, blah.
It's not fun.
You have very strong women at the table. Who is the toughest of the women at the table? Annie, what do you think?
You can pick between Joan, Melissa, and me.
And what about the rest?
I take tough to mean something different than a strong player.
I'm not even saying tough in a bad sense. I'm saying strong people.
No, I think that Natalie is quietly an incredibly strong player as well. And I think there are people who really believe in what they do and can bring it behind it. And there are people who believe they can do something not bringing it. And honestly, I would kind of put Claudia in that category. I think she feels like she's a much stronger player than she was. And the chaos that developed in that room was great evidence of that, and she could not get control of anybody in the room. Melissa really did want to help, and I sat by her during that stage managing today, and she did an amazing job.
Or was she...
I can't say about the early part of the day. It looked like there was kind of equal obnoxiousness on both sides, to be honest, but she really did put her head down. If you could have seen her divide the stage today during rehearsal, trying to pull this disaster together into something that we wouldn't actually try.
So you give Melissa a lot of positive credit.
Absolutely. And I felt like she put her head down and just wanted to work. She did an amazing job. And I would have given equal credit to Joan and Melissa for winning. Claudia, in retrospect, what would you have done different, and what was the trigger that started off this disharmony?
Well, there's clearly a personality clash between Melissa and I.
Do you think you mishandled it?
I probably should have stood up to her more, but she's very, very, very loud and very obnoxious. And I feel like, I can't finish a thought, and I'm not discounting her talents. I'm really not. Although I have not seen anything that she produced. She's told me many times that she's a producer. It's just that, let me finish my thought. Let me finish, please. This is exactly how it is. And, as project manager, there's only so much I can do. I can't whip her, slavery's over. But she will not listen. And I feel like it's because she doesn't like me, and so that's the thing.
Do you not like her?
Number one, I really do like Claudia.
I don't know. Very sarcastic, too. And it's like, I came to you, I felt like I was kissing your ass, like, extra, and that's like, so I can make it peaceful.
Do you see? I call myself a freak. This is why I got upset to start with, because it became a personal attack. And I'm sorry if you think I'm obnoxious. My humor is sarcastic.
Me too.
I do, and I understand, and I'm sorry that you think I don't like you, and if you think things are fighting, usually I just cover things with sarcasm. And if I find it misinterpreted, I am sorry, because I do really like you. That's number one. Number two, comments like, she says she's a producer. Let me just start with, did you ever watch those big 2-hour red carpet extravaganzas in the last 12 years? Okay, I did produce those.
Congratulations.
Did you ever watch those big 2-hour red carpet extravaganzas in the last 12 years?
Not too many.
Okay, I did produce those.
Congratulations.
So I actually do have a legitimate resume.
Okay, but no one can hear that.
But Claudia, you just said you claim to be a producer. So I have no choice but to say, here's what I do.
This is some bull because I'm not the only one that has problems with Melissa, okay?
Then speak up.
No one's going to speak up because nobody wants to go home, so it's easy to put it on me. But
is it only Melissa, though? Because the only person you faulted is Melissa, and a lot of people think she's doing a good job.
But then why didn't Melissa step up to be the project manager? That's what I said. I said they told her to select the project manager who will speak up.
So is there any other person here that you think is somewhat responsible for the loss? From a creative standpoint, listening to the comments of the salespeople who are ultimately the people judging you on this task? Or is it only Melissa?
I'm not putting it all on Melissa. I'm just saying her attitude caused us...
But you seem to take the emotional side of it, which is the fact that you just don't like her, as opposed to her effectiveness on the task. Who is the least effective person in the group, or multiple people? Because again, it seems like everyone's backing up Melissa. It's what she does. You were very sarcastic with her just now when she said I'd produce this.
I'm annoyed right now.
I understand that, but
You don't like Melissa, I don't think Melissa likes you, and that's okay. Who was the least effective person in the group?
Chloe.
Chloe. What did you do?
I was really there waiting to be told what to do and helping out. And a lot of people were on the road doing some things. I was waiting and trying not to step on anybody else's toes. There was so much drama and chaos going on. There wasn't it was so unorganized that everyone was stressed out. And when Andy
do you hedge a little bit against making decisions or giving insight that may lead the team to a win? It seems like you're busy, but not necessarily doing anything that determines a win or a loss.
I try to give my advice, but there's so many other strong personalities, I feel like all my things kind of get shot down.
Annie, what do you think of Chloe?
I think that she doesn't necessarily step up and volunteer for the big jobs or the leadership roles. So the question on this task is she was definitely kind of lost by the end of the night. And certainly today she was kind of wandering around like, I don't even know what my job is. So, and this is something that I defer to you. Is that Chloe's fault or is that Claudia's fault? She's supposed to be managing her.
Maybe it's both. Chloe, if you were me, who would you fire?
Claudia. She was the project manager. From the start, there was no control. And everyone kept putting their personal issues involved in everything, so it just kept getting screwed up. So everyone was just flustered the entire day.
Joan, who do you think was the least effective person?
Claudia's been that
since day one.
Okay, Melissa, I won't ask you that question because I think I know the answer. I don't want to bore people with
Sorry,
that.
she mushes. She doesn't direct. She doesn't take hold.
Okay.
She's a musher.
Brandy, who would you fire? Not easy, not as easy as it seems. Who would you fire, Brandy?
It is very hard to say because from what I saw, I was very into my thing and I was doing my thing. So
Yeah,
I
kissing
didn't
that
feel.
good-looking guy. He's dead. I'm telling you, he's dead.
That's in trouble.
And you thought
You
you
know-
were. Yes, I thought we did because I was just focusing
Does he
and
have
I
any
didn't
idea
see all
who you're
the
married
fights.
to, Brandy?
What's
When he
that?
stuck his tongue down your throat?
No, he did
Does he have
not.
any idea who you're married to?
He kissed me on the cheek, but I did try.
That's not what I said. Okay, Natalie, what happened?
There was so much friction, and we were not able to get past that and really put on a good performance.
Natalie, who would you fire?
Claudia, the person at the top. I mean, when the company goes down, the CEO gets blamed.
Claudia, it's time. You're going to pick 2 people. You're going to bring them back to the boardroom with you. And out of that group, somebody's going to be fired. Who are the 2 people?
Melissa and Chloe.
Okay? Thank you very much. Go back. I'm going to call you 3 back. All right? Thank you.
Oh, she shouldn't have done that. That may have been dangerous. Yeah.
It's on like the break of dawn.
En el final de temporada de Saturday Night.
I think it's sad to see what's happened to the team. They were a unified force up until this task.
Not anymore. What do you think, John?
I really think Claudia's just letting her emotions and her dislike for Melissa override the business decision of who to bring back into the boardroom. And quite frankly, I think Chloe really needs to explain why she just sat around needing to be told what to do.
All right.
Amanda, bring him in.
Yes, sir.
Claudia, your task was to excite and engage the audience. What happened?
I thought we did. I thought we did excite the audience and engage the audience. I thought Joan had a lot of great jokes. I guess the weak part was the vignettes.
Why did you bring Melissa in? Why did you bring Chloe in?
Chloe, I just felt like on this one, you know, I didn't see her doing much. I know she did do things. I'm not saying she didn't. But as task manager, I'm responsible for the event, but people still have to take initiative. And Melissa is effective, and she's a strong player on the team. I feel like her personality is disruptive, offends people, and at the end of the day, this is a team. It's not Melissa Incorporated, and until it is, we need to be able to work together. And I feel like some of her antics and her personality problems cause disruption on the team.
Melissa,
Yes?
what do you have to say?
Number one, again, it's become sort of a character assassination and a personality conflict. And if people think that I am offensive or rude or whatever, I'm sorry. I don't like the personality of a lot of people I work with, but if they get the job done, bottom line is, you know, in a crunch situation, you can say, do this, and it's done, and it's one less thing off your plate.
No one's saying that.
But I'm just saying.
That was going to be my point, that I've even worked for people that I can't stand, but I suck it up, I go do my job, and I go home. Like I think there's so much chaos because different people are confusing work with personalities that should not matter.
Whose fault was the chaos? Team leader,
In my opinion, yeah.
which is Claudia.
Let me tell you, we did have chaos because there's too many cooks in the kitchen, right? And then
Claudia, as team leader, you have to solve that.
I know, so this is what I'm getting to.
You're supposed to be the boss.
So we had all this conflict going on where people were throwing out their ideas, and we really didn't know what we were going to do. And that's when Melissa came in, and she was disruptive. And I saw the look of frustration on Chloe's face, as well as the other team members, like, do something. So I said, Melissa,
Not like that, you did.
I said, it's not time for that right now. And then she's like, you know, I'm getting really frustrated. Don't you know, I have 15 years experience. And that's when I said, yes, we know you're a producer. And I said, but that is not the time. Right now, you're bringing chaos into the group. We're almost there.
But
so we're trying to, let me finish down. Shut up for 5 seconds.
Stop lying.
I'm not lying.
Claudia, you are flat out lying.
I'm not lying.
I didn't know what was going on. You attacked me going, we all know Melissa.
That's how I said it?
Yes.
Really? Okay.
Well, look
Great
at the
actress.
tape. Okay, whatever.
She's really difficult to deal with.
You know, I understand what you're saying exactly. Except the entire team backed up Melissa.
They're on Melissa's
Why?
side now.
Why?
Because of the politics of it. Okay.
What's the
because
politics?
she did come through. But it's easy now to say this.
You admit she came through.
She did. I never said she didn't.
So why is she in the boardroom?
She likes me less.
It seems like you let your emotional dislike override the business sense or the logic behind being the project manager in this case. You brought Melissa back because you didn't like her, not because she was ineffective, not because she won't stand up for anything. You brought her back because you didn't like her. I mean, that's a problem from a company perspective.
Okay. I can see your point with that.
So Chloe, if you were me, what would you do?
Hire a project leader.
Melissa, if you were me, what would you do?
Claudia.
Claudia.
I'll fire Chloe.
Chloe, did you do anything on this task? Look, I'm going to tell you something right now. I really don't like people who don't take initiative. You didn't do anything.
I think I did do stuff. I really do. I think I was trying to bring peace. I was trying to separate certain situations so we could, actually be useful with our time. And in every other challenge, I've done a great job. I've raised money. I've been helpful. I just don't feel like I should be fired, but...
Okay, listen. I'm a fan of Claudia. A lot of people are fans of Claudia. And I also feel that as a project manager, you have a huge burden on your shoulders when you're the head of a losing team. Melissa may be difficult and may be in a certain sense obnoxious to some people. Certainly she is to you. But she did a good job according to everybody, and everybody sort of pointed the finger at you. I believe you have an amazing future. I think you're totally beautiful. You're going to be a big star. But I'm sorry, Claudia, you're fired. Go. Thank you. I thought she was terrific in so many ways.
She is, but in this case, I don't think you had enough choice.
Sucks to be the first woman fired and to be project manager of the first task that the women lost because we were on the roll. Looking back, I definitely lost control of my group. I mean, I had some difficult people to work with, but I guess that shouldn't be an excuse. At the end of the day, as project manager, it falls on me, and you know what? You win some, you lose some.